Hey everyone. You know, I figured I'd probably do something a little bit different here, kind of show off the graphic novels and autobiographies, if you will, biography books that I have. Basically, like I said, the graphic novels and biography books that I own, and I think this is a majority of them. If not, I apologize. So, let's take a look at what I have first of all. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of these in previous videos, but let's take a look at, let's start with the top here. Right here we have Robotnik's Revenge. Now I found this, I think I was able to get this off eBay, I believe. This is when SatAM was still going. I think this is when SatAM was still going. I mean, let me look at the year here. For example, let me look at the year inside. About 1994. This basically kind of explains how Bunny, in this graphic novel, this little junior graphic novel as they call it by Troll Associates, how Bunny became half roboticized. So, what's funny about this though is, and I mentioned this previously, is that the Robotnik on the cover is not the Robotnik inside the book that I know of. If I can give you an example of what I'm talking about. Yeah, there. Right there. That's the Robotnik they use in the story, but it's not the Robotnik on the cover. And again, it kind of explains how Bunny became half robotic. Basically, they were on a mission, and Bunny gets captured, and yeah, that's basically what it was like. And as you could tell, they used the original design of Sally in there too. So, go figure. But that's Robotnik's Revenge. And along with Robotnik's Revenge, I was also able to find and buy Fortress of Fear. Now, what's funny about this, you take a look at Sally's vest here, and it's pink. And everybody knows her vest in the cartoons as well as in the comics is blue. So, it's called Fortress of Fear, and they do actually get the Robotnik on the cover right in the story. Obviously, I don't know why Michael Tenenbaum and Troll Associates and whoever did the cover I don't know why they used the Adventures one, but they they did. And yeah, you can tell that they used the Adventures one right there. I don't know why they did that. But it's very cool, and they do use the SatAM designs for the season 2 ones, because you can tell Sally has her vest and everything, and you can see it's the original. It's the SatAM design of the characters. You could see that right there. So that's pretty cool. And this one was released, I think, in 1995. So it would kind of explain. Why Sally is designed in her second season form, except for the miscoloring of the vest, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. And then, of course, speaking of Sonic, I have, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog first. I don't have the smaller version, but this is basically, well, actually, this is the original graphic novel version. Archie Comics released, they released a comic, a super special version of this, basically part of the super special stuff. And it's basically a gathering of all the firsts that took place in the comics, like the first appearance of Knuckles, the first appearance of Bunny Rabbit according to the book, the first story period. The only thing that I think kind of got on people, but a little bit was the fact that they did some recolorings when they published this. They sort of remastered it and sort of recolored some of the characters, most notably Sally. They recolored her, if you will. She was, because everybody knows originally she was brown with yellow hair, and now it's just pink with no, it's not pink, but it's bright, but it's a satin color, but it's designed in her original design, if you will. But it's the first of everything. It's the first appearance of, like I say, the first story. It's the first appearance of Bunny. It's the first appearance of Knuckles, and the first appearance of Supersonic. So, which again is pretty cool. And I like how they just, and I do have that story somewhere, I just can't recall which one, but it's kind of cool that they have Supersonic appear like he did. But yeah, it's again, like I said, they did a super special issue on things. I think it was issue 3 of the super special series, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. But if you want the graphic novel, this is a good way to go right here. Or the compilation of, I don't know what you would call it. Let me set this aside over here. And then of course I have not one but 2 Sonic the Hedgehog's The Beginning. Yeah, 2 of these. Can you believe that? 2 of these. Now, what happened was I ordered one from Amazon, not Amazon, but from Mile High Comics. And I don't know what occurred there. And then I ordered one from Archie Sonic because I wasn't sure what was going on. But this basically kind of shows you the first, I think the first few issues, I believe. It's it's issue 0, issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. Basically the first 3 issues, if you will. And it does have and it didn't remaster anything here. It just kept it the way it was. They just, you know, enlarged the pictures and all that. So that's pretty cool. But this is where continuity kind of gets thrown out the window. Because you see here, this shows how Sonic met Sally like that. This is when Saturn was just beginning, so they kind of had to throw in their own origin story of how they met and all that. And then of course they get her to they put her in her pink black hair design after that. So you could tell that, like many people have said, she's the one that's gone through the most changes. So it's pretty cool, and I like this little panel back here. I think it's kind of cute, if you will. I like that. It's kind of cool, and the cover's not too bad either. So, and it says forward by Michael Gallagher, so that guy has a lot to explain too if he's still on board. So there you go. And again, it's the same one here. And the cover's done by Spaz, so that's pretty cool. Now I know some people might say, why do you have 2? Well, like I mentioned just moments ago, I was ordering from Archie Comics and from Mile High because I wasn't sure what was going on, where the other one was. And I think ironically both came within the same time frame, if anything. That was pretty cool. Now, speaking of Sonic again, I know, a lot of Sonic, right? Here we have, I've kind of gone a little out of order here. we have 8 of the graphic novels of the archives. Basically, the archives they've been bringing out, the little digest versions of the comic, basically allowing people to catch up. And this is, I believe, issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4. So this is the first 4 official issues. The first 4 official issues in this one. That's pretty cool. And then of course we have the next 4 issues here, I believe. And also they got a special bonus like learn who's who. I think they have that for a lot of the books too. But that's issue 5 to 8, I believe, right there. I think you can see that. Issue 5 to 8. I'm looking at the time, so I got about 5 more minutes, I think. Actually, about 4.5 more minutes. Anyway, or 3.5 more minutes. Anyway, here's volume 3, and this is, like I said, this is volume 3. It's the first. It also shows the first introduction of Anti-Sonic, Evil Sonic, or Scourge, if you will. And it's issues 9 to 9, 10, 11, and 12. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that's that one. Then here we have volume 4, which is, I think, issues 13 to 16. 13 to 16, right here. Which is issues 13 to 16. Right there. And the ones that are in these kind of things I got from Mile High. The other 2 I got from Archie Comics. And then right here we have issue 5, which I think is, if I'm correct in what I'm saying, it's issue 17 to 20. Issue 17 to 20. It's got a Who's Who book, as well as it's got another bonus of Who's Who, a more updated one, as well as a bonus story, Everything Old is Newt Again. So it's pretty cool. I think they got a Who's Who in here. Yeah, they do. They still do Who's Who. So that's in there. That's volume 5, and like I said, that's 17 to, I think, 20. 17 to 20, I believe. Let me check my time here. Okay, about a minute and a half. And then here we have volume 6. This is volume 6 here. I have to open it because I taped it shut. They always tape them shut now, but here's volume 6. And I think this is 21, 22, 23, and 24, I believe. Yeah, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So right there, and that's kind of also the introduction of the anti-freedom fighters as well. That's why they're on the cover. That's pretty nice. And then here we have volume, I think it's volume 7. Let me check my time here. And this is the 25th issue, all the way up to, I think, 28. Yeah, 25 to 28. So right there, 25 to 28, right there. 25th issue to the 28th issue. So that's pretty cool. And it's also the first introduction of Metal Sonic and Amy in the book. That's pretty cool. And I will be back with part 2 in a minute.